Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about my personal teacher profile. I'm going to mention the teacher's role, the methods of teaching, the error correction strategy, the grouping strategies, three types of activities, the type of classroom, and the type of materials that I prefer or that I would like to apply when I become a teacher. First of all, I would like to be the person who guides the class, but not as an authority. Instead of that, I would like to give an active role to my students and the opportunity to improve their knowledge by practicing during the class. Further, I consider using like a mixture of two methods because each method has its positive and negative contributions. So I decided to choose the positive contributions of each method, and thus I am going to create a new method that solves the needs of the students. The methods that I am going to apply are the audiolingual method and the total physical response. According to Larsen Freeman and Marty Anderson, in the audiolingual method, the students learn the target language through conditioning. It means that the students or the teachers give their students reinforcements while they are learning. Besides, the Teacher Toolkit program says that the total physical response is when the teacher teaches a language by using physical movements. According to this, the students learn by putting in practice the knowledge. Both method strategies are very important because the reinforcement is an aspect that every kid needs. Because with them, they are going to be supported even when they make mistakes, and also they are going to believe on their own capacities. In this case, I would like to use the positive reinforcements where the teacher uses phrases such as very good, great job, excellent to reinforce the students. And also, I am going to use the learning by doing strategy of the total physical response because I am a stronger believer that students learn by or through practice. The error correction. It is normal for students to make mistakes when they are learning a new language. For that reason, teachers have to be prepared for those situations, and they have to develop the best strategies to help the students to have an effective learning process through patience. According to A.L. McLaughlin, there are some error correction strategies that I would like to use in my classes. For instance, the explicit correction. The teacher explains what the error of the student was. It is very important because students need to know what they are doing wrong and how to correct the errors. The clarification request. The teacher uses phrases to indicate an error, so students can try again and correct those mistakes. The elicitation. The teacher repeats the sentence and then stops where the student's error was. In this way, the teacher can allow the student to self-correct the error. I consider that the teacher has to be patient, and also she has to tolerate all the errors of the students, because in this way they can improve their knowledge in English. Grouping strategies. I consider that working in groups is an excellent key to support the knowledge of their students because they can learn by practicing the knowledge or what they learned during the class with their classmates, and also because they can improve their English by correcting the mistakes among them. Also, Tololo Na, who did a research of classroom grouping strategies, mentions that making different groups in different days can support or can provide opportunities for students to get to know each other. Also, they can encounter or know different perspectives and also learn from one another. In my case, I will make smaller groups because in this way the students can be more focused during the class. Three types of activities. Three types of activities that I would like to apply in my classes are the grammar game. An example of this is the supermarket alphabet game, where the students has to see The students have to simulate that they are going to buy food items at a supermarket, using the letters of the alphabet in its respective order. So the first student is going to buy the first item, and then the next student has to say what the first student said, and then he or she has to say the food item that he or she is going to buy, and so on. The role plays. In the role plays, the students can practice what they learned, the vocabulary they learned. Also, they can enjoy a funny moment by seeing or watching their classmates acting different scenarios. And finally, the picture strip story. The teacher is going to divide the class into groups, and in each group, one student is going to have a strip story. Then this student is going to show the first picture, and the rest of the classmate has to guess how the next picture would look like. In this way, they can practice the vocabulary they learned, and also they can learn how to work as a group. Types of classroom and materials. I would like to create a class with a positive environment between teacher and students. I will take in consideration the physical aspect of my classroom, which has to have sufficient light and space. Besides, I consider that the classroom and the visual aids have to be very creative, because according to the Teach Thought staff, the creativity will improve the students' ability to focus. These are the main characteristics that I would like to apply when I become a teacher, because I consider that they can help, or they can be useful for students to get an effective learning process. Thank you very much.